Yeah. I'm a little derpy today. Oh, God. Like, so, Laura and I are kind of getting over something, and last night, we ended up...
Are you guys getting over your decision to watch the new Triple X movie?
Damn it, you reminded me of that again. Now I'm sick again. You don't want to go see that. You'll catch it. It's a disease called 2002.
No problem, you don't want to do things like watch Formula 51 and shit.
The Robert Carlyle, Sam Jackson. I remember kind of liking that one, honestly. Doesn't Meatloaf gets crushed in that movie by he's tied underneath like a big like fucking silo or something?
That sounds right, but I think it has been since like, I'm just gonna conservatively say 2002 since I've seen that.
Since a hit video. That's when I saw it. No, like, so we were medicated yesterday, and so we ended up probably falling asleep at like 7 p.m. or some shit like that. But we ended up getting up at maybe like, I don't know, at a point to where I think we were in bed for like 13, 14 hours. And you know that...
Jesus.
You know how fucked up you feel after that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel worse after I sleep like that than before.
We were so fucked up. And so I've been kind of fucked up because of that most of the day. And that is the best way to watch this movie. From my point of view, the 1600s, what a time to be alive. God. This movie finally came to Springfield after being everywhere else for several weeks. Oh yeah, Springfield's got like Resurrection of Gavin Stone on several fucking screens, but this one playing only on one screen at one time, by the way. 9:30 is the only show. That's why I texted you earlier, like, is 9:30 okay? Otherwise, I would have suggested an earlier time.
If I had said no, there was no backup. It's like, I could do like a 7?
I'm like, it is shockingly the only time this movie is playing, because they want that to be the only time you go see this movie. That way you can go directly home and cry yourself to sleep.
Gonna go straight home and step on Jesus.
Yeah. You'll go home and you'll just be thankful that, you know, times may be a little shitty, but at least it's not 1633 Japan. I think
that was a hard time in life.
No, it really was. This movie is amazing, by the way. Every religious movie needs to be this film.
Yeah, and it's funny because like as soon as we sat down in the theater, it's like, oh, now for our like, you know, like coming attractions.
God.
And the first thing we see is Pure Flix go across the screen, like perfect.
They showed a Pure Flix trailer in front of a Martin Scorsese. That has got to be one of the most insulting things I've ever fucking seen in my life. That's a million times worse than showing the trailer for like Shark Attack 3 in front of Jaws. Because at least you can still get something out of Shark Attack 3. That's like... I don't know if they showed the trailer for Old Fashioned in front of a re-release of the Goodbye Girl. Like, fuck off with that.
No. It would have to be something religious themed. So like, like The Last Temptation of Christ.
This is, you know what? People who make shit like fucking God's Not Dead or Last Ounce of Courage need to be sat down and forced to watch movies like this, because this is what actual religious persecution is.
Well, and I know that like a lot of the point of those Pure Flix films are like, it's like, oh, this is like an affirmation of faith, or for those who have strayed, a reaffirmation of faith. It's like, honestly, this one here, if you're like teetering on the edge, like this will probably push you right back where you want to be. Like, ooh.
There we go.
Flashbacks.
Yeah, I know, right? It's random when it does it, too.
It was like, open the door.
Yeah.
But But yeah, no, this is the kind of film, like, yeah, if you're having, like, a crisis of faith, like, honestly, this will probably snap you out of it, because it is one of the most harrowing tales of, like, unwavering faith in the face of everything I have ever seen. And it's not like these, like, those Pure Flix ones, or, like, all the different ones like that, like, this overly sappy, overly, like, it's like, oh, well, God is good and everything. Honey, your feet stink, but I'm going to wash them anyways. Like, no, fuck that bullshit. Fucking war room, saving Christmas bullshit. Like, this actually was like, here is, like, what this shit looks like. Like, when you are on the edge of losing your faith and just, God damn it.
The biggest, honestly, since Last Temptation of Christ, which I think is one of the best movies about faith that has ever been made. This one's right up there, too. This is a movie about two priests who travel to search for a missing father, Liam Neeson, to Japan, where Christianity is outlawed, and they travel in there, and they take care of Christians that they stumble upon along the way. They give confessions to them, they preach to them, all of that, all with the threat of capture, kidnapping, torture. This is like almost a 3-hour movie, and it is haunting. Like, this is a movie about people clinging on to their faiths in the face of being crucified in the water, beheaded, set on fire, asking you to give up your faith or watch your fellow man hang upside down in like a hole and dripping blood out of his neck.
Yeah, like, we're gonna have you stand here for 4 days first before we get around to the whole, like, asking you how you feel about your faith, and just watch us scald your friends to death.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, takes a long fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
Trickling boiling water onto someone until they die, not a very quick way to go.
Yeah, thankfully this movie was not in real time. God.
That's the director's cut.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's a fucking movie that I watched last December called Last Ounce of Courage that's about this whiny-ass shitbag who is upset because he's being persecuted because they won't let him play Christmas songs on the radio anymore. Because, that's a thing, right? We never hear that.
Yeah. I forgot about that whole time between mid-November and the first week of January when they remember to stop playing them on a loop.
I had a bit in the episode I did on there where I got in the car because there are several stations that have 24-hour Christmas music, and in the movie he said something like, it's all that grandpa got run over by a reindeer, where's all the songs about Jesus? I thought, like, maybe
all of them.
Oh yeah, like every other one. Like I sat in the car and I honestly thought, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll have to wait a few songs for like a religious Christmas song to come on. No, as soon as I sat in the car, put the camera on, turned the radio on, I think Silent Night was playing or something like that. And so all of those movies can seriously suck my dick.
Even past that, if it's really that big of a concern, like, I don't know, burn a CD.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's some satellite radio station that's probably playing Christmas music 24 hours a day, all year long. I would not be surprised if there's just a fucking Sirius, XM station that is just Christmas all fucking year.
I don't like the fact that,
I can pull up a Christmas playlist on my fucking phone right now from fucking Spotify.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh man, the whole world is trying to get rid of these songs. No, they're everywhere. I know, because I'm the guy who bitches about them from mid-November all the way fucking through.
Dude, I hate the fact that I don't hear Dion and the Belmonts on the radio as much anymore as I did when I was a kid. I'm not gonna make a fucking movie about it. I'll burn some on a CD. Which, by the way, I think this may be the first Scorsese movie that doesn't have Dion and the Belmonts or the Rolling Stones on the soundtrack. Actually, this movie doesn't have a soundtrack at all, and it seriously
no,
like it really doesn't. And you're sitting there the soundtrack is honestly just like the waves or like crickets, so it seriously feels like you're sitting there watching these people die for like 3 hours.
Or especially like all the very poignant moments too, where it, going along with the title, washes away all the audio completely, and you're just watching like a 5-minute scene of like things transpiring with just dead fucking silence to comfort you.
Yeah.
Which is not that comforting.
Dead silence in a theater where no one's saying a goddamn word except for me sneezing every now and then, awkwardly so, trying to be really quiet about it. There was one time where a guy did say something in this, and it was kind of funny. It was the part where Andrew Garfield was like freaking out when looking into the water, which was a pretty fucking awesome scene. He sees his own reflection, he's like fucking cackling and shit, and sees like the Apostle Peter staring back up at him.
He has his DiCaprio in the beach moment.
Yeah. Or like Hemsworth in that whale movie we saw last year.
The Heart of the Sea.
In the Heart of the Sea. And so then the Inquisitor and the other Japanese soldiers who were looking for him come walking up behind him, and there's a guy sitting in the back who just goes, "Oh, shit." Did you hear that too?
I was like, really? That guy didn't see this coming?
This is just not gonna end well, man.
It's just Andrew Garfield cackling because he's losing his fucking mind. Just splashing in like a puddle of water, looking at his reflection. Then you just see over his shoulder just this fucking like Imperial soldier just walks up and just standing there looking at him. He's just laughing his ass off.
This feels like the kind of movie you'd have seen in like the new Hollywood era in the 70s, where it was like the directors, were just like, fuck it, this is the movie I want to make, And I think Scorsese been trying to make this for like 20 or 30 years. And so, like, because of that, it feels like one of those movies where it feels like every other actor in the movie probably had a heart attack or nearly died while making it, Like, watching it seems like the biggest religious experience since, like, Apocalypse Now. Like, that's kind of what this movie feels like.
Well, there's this entire scene where these 3 villagers are crucified, but where the crosses are positioned is they were placed up on this like rocky ledge during low tide. So what's happening is now the tide has come in, and these poor fucks are just getting bashed with fucking waves. And that one guy in the middle, I forget his character name, something Japanese. You can quote me on that one.
John Lee. His name is John Lee. That's right, replacement killer, son.
But
that character wasn't even Japanese.
But this guy, like, he's like one of the other guys out there with him is like just died, and it's honestly it's very similar to like the telling of like like Jesus and the 2 thieves out there, honestly. And this guy's just getting like legitimately, like, honestly actually battered by waves, thrown up against this fucking cross, and says like an entire like benediction for his friend who just died. It's like, fuck me. Like, if that guy doesn't believe in something at this point, I would be surprised, because like that was a harrowing scene to film, probably.
Yeah, only he didn't get struck by lightning like poor Caviezel during Passion of the Christ. That's telling you something right there, bro. Maybe you shouldn't be doing this movie.
May the Lord strike me twice. I got you now.
I've now seen 2 Andrew Garfield movies this year that deal with religion and faith in the times of violence. And the other one was a Mel Gibson movie. It was Hacksaw Ridge. This, the far better movie, because when this movie was violent, it needed to be. It was there when it needed to be to prove its point. Fucking Hacksaw Ridge. They might as well have been playing somebody's intestines like a fucking xylophone.
The horrors of war.
Yeah. Fucking playing the drums on their skulls like it's the fucking like it's the skeleton dance. God damn. But like you know who my favorite character in this movie was? It was that dude. It was the cowardly dude who just kept coming back like every half hour, 40 minutes in this movie. He keeps coming back, and every time it's like, fuck, he's gonna fuck you over again, man. But poor Andrew Garfield is put in this situation where, god damn it, I don't like this guy. I know he's just gonna fuck me, but I guess I gotta do my job as a good Christian. I gotta give him his confession, even though he's gonna screw me over again.
That guy just would not stop with those.
Uh-huh.
It's like, all right, so I realize I just fucked everybody over again, but could we, have some us time real quick?
Yeah. When he came back at the end, and he was asking for another confession there towards the end, I was seriously half expecting
this fucking close. I was thinking the same thing.
Were you too?
It's like, I've renounced everything. Like, please, I just need to confess. He's like, I know. Like, guards come storming in. It's like, motherfucker, why? I'm an old man now. Why? I was so waiting for that to happen.
I was too.
I was waiting for him to start saying something, and then just one of those like doors just slide with a clack, and a dude standing there with a fucking like spear pointed at him. Like, it's like, God! Oh, you would
80
think right
years
now.
old. Why are you fucking me over like this?
Haven't you done enough to me? When will you stop?
And the thing is, there's like fucking 30, 40 years between that scene and probably the last time it showed him. For all we know, he screwed him over far more times that we didn't see.
That's honestly probably the reason why they had to keep sending people there. Like, you're not still a Christian, right? Like, you gave that shit up, right? Can I get that in writing? Got that down real quick? That's probably why. Like, his friends probably just walking around like, oh yeah, so me and my buddy the priest. Like, no shit. He sent somebody over by his house real quick.
If it ended with him betraying him again and the guards coming in, I'd have been like, you should have seen this coming, man. Like, I was all prepared to just sit there and be like, dude, it's like, I feel for you, but you should have, but dude, this is on you.
Fool me 5 times.
Yeah. Like, he's Steve Zahn in, what was the Herzog war movie with Christian Bale?
Crap.
Shit. That's a really good movie too.
Fuck. I know it.
Is it
Rescue Dawn?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you. I kept wanting to say like Green Zone, but isn't that the Matt Damon movie? Like the non-Jason Bourne, Paul Greengrass Matt Damon movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Practically the same movie. Not even the same
like
movie.
Red Zone Cuba or something.
It's like fucking, yeah. Night Train to Mundo Fide, isn't that what it is? Fuck. I don't know why that title kept coming into my head. But this movie is, from beginning to end, it's just an experience. It's a fever dream, man. It's never boring. It's always mesmerizing. You keep thinking any minute now, like, I don't know, it's gonna turn into the kind of movie you need to go to court and prove that you didn't murder people, dude. Like it's an Italian cannibal film.
Well, and it's one of the most beautifully shot films I've seen in years.
Same. Oh god, yeah.
Like
this is some real like 70s like New Hollywood shit.
From start to finish, like the locations, the like it opens with this amazing scene, like filmed in like this natural hot spring, and there's just steam and craggy rocks.
Yeah.
And like as it kind of like the steam kind of like ebbs and flows through like the wind, like you keep seeing spots of like there's soldiers up on these ridges and everything, and it's I don't know, it's just just absolutely breathtaking, like the shots they end up getting through the entire movie.
Oh, because the whole movie, it's entirely world building. Like, it feels like a Cimino movie in that sense, or something like The Mission with Robert De Niro, where it's like they've just completely built this entire world, and we have these characters kind of just taking us on this horrific tour through it. And again, like I said, I mean, this is a movie about what real religious persecution is. Not that, like, victim porn shit. Not anything like that. It's almost like Martin Scorsese came in and said, y'all just need to shut the fuck up and watch this shit. And have nightmares. Because honestly, like, in a way, it really does make, like, all these, like, PureFlix films seem like, well, I was gonna say very pretentious, but more so. Mm-hmm. But just, like, yeah, like just whiny and honestly kind of offensive. Yeah,
like more offensive than anything, and not just
and they were that way before this movie even shot frame one.
And not even just like offensive in the way that one's like Voiceless was fucking offensive. Like, because I mean, with that one, like, even if you are like pro-life, I still feel like that movie is very offensive.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm not about to, like, go, like, swing by an abortion clinic, but you guys maybe need to, like, to step on the gas pedal a little bit.
I say that about most of those movies. Like, stuff like Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas is more humiliating to Christians than it is anyone else. Something like Hillary's America is more offensive to conservatives than it is anyone else.
Yeah.
Fuck. God's Not Dead. A movie that just bathes in self-righteousness to the point to where they're the only good guys and everyone else is a verbally abusive prick.
Oh yeah, if you're an atheist, according to that movie, like,
anything
you
else.
are the worst, most evil person in the world. It's like, maybe that guy was just a dick. Like, even if he went to, like, church on Sunday, that guy's still gonna be a dick.
Yeah. Well, we won't know because he got hit by a car and died at the end. Don't worry, he was saved beforehand. Did you ever sit down?
Thank God.
Did you ever actually watch that movie, God's Not Dead? Oh, you would love it.
I remember hearing about it, and hearing about it was enough.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing, man.
I think I might. I think I've got a little idea.
I know one thing you're missing. You're missing Dave yelling at two 13-year-olds in the movie theater when we saw it and this busload of kids showed up.
Well, that would have been worth it to see.
Yeah, it was. It was, man. And God's Not Dead 2, which had the fantastic climax of Pat Boone dancing like the old woman at the end of War Room.
Oh, fantastic. I cannot wait for the third one.
Oh, God, same here. I'm pretty sure they are making another one.
I wouldn't doubt it at this point, especially since the one that was at the beginning, the trailer for the one that was at the beginning of this one made sure to point out, like, from the makers of God's Not Dead.
Yeah, it's a movie coming out called The Case for Christ. It's a period piece. I think it takes place in the 70s, so it'll be this year's Woodlawn.
So we're going to go really hard hitting with this one.
Yeah. God. Well, I laugh, but I'm like, I know I'm going to be at that fucking movie.
It's like, what a piece of shit that's going to be.
Right?
2 tickets, please.
too for the case for crap. If it even comes to Springfield, I don't know. That's kind of a crapshoot anymore, honestly. Like, I'm Not Ashamed didn't come to Springfield, but like Resurrection of Gavin Stone is. That's not a Pure Flix movie, but it's a new religious movie that's out. I'd never even heard of Voiceless until it came to theaters that week. But anyway, no, this movie it's worth the experience to see the big screen. Like, this is like truly some like, did the director have like 5 heart attacks making this movie? It's that kind of movie. It's some like Apocalypse Now shit. It's just something that you just need to see. And whether you like it or not, it's just something that needs to be experienced from beginning to end.
Oh yeah, because I mean, if you're looking at it from like a you know, like a cinemaphile type perspective, like, it is beautifully shot. It is fantastically acted.
Good
like,
Lord, yes it is.
Like, there is so much real emotion coming from these people.
Yeah.
That it's staggering what like a director like Scorsese is able to like get out of people.
Yeah. Performances from people, and you've just never seen that. Good actors all around in this movie. It's not like, wow, they suck in other shit, but they're great here. No, it's not like that, but the kinds of performances they pull out of, like, say, Andrew Garfield, for instance, who's been great in other movies. Man, he goes places here that I've never seen him go to as an actor.
Oh, exactly. And it's if you're looking at it from that perspective, it's a fantastic film to see. If you're looking at it from like a religious viewpoint, like I said, like, this is probably one of the most like faith reaffirming movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And that's even coming from like you know, I've mentioned before, like, it's like complete atheist on this front. I'm like Escalito from Nacho Libre. I only believe in science.
That's how you became an atheist? Nacho Libre?
Yeah, that's why I hate all the orphans in the world.
Who am I to judge?
Letty and her family love that movie.
Nacho Libre? Are you supposed to watch a Jared Hess movie and come out of it being Mormon?
I fucked up. But no, even from like a completely like outsider viewpoint on it, like yeah, it's fantastic. Like, as far as like a faith building piece, like, honestly, like it kind of staggers me that, like, you know, I haven't heard anything about like churches sending like busloads of people to watch this, but like, you know, whenever the fucking like Passion was on, like it was packed showings for fucking weeks.
Yeah. No, this is the kind of movie. I mean, I grew up going to religious schools. I'm also not the most religious person in the world. But I grew kindergarten through senior year. I went Christian schools. And this is the kind of movie that in high school I could imagine being shown, honestly. And it would make perfect sense for this movie to be shown in classes, especially some of them that I was in.
Oh, yeah. I really think, like, yeah, like if a some sort of like parochial school is going to be showing something like, you know, some sort of like faith-based film, something like this, not like, you know, any of that shit that has been coming out. Or...
And my school never would have shown anything like God's Not Dead or anything like that.
Identical.
That'd have been good. I mean, great. I mean, my school showed some like corny shit, but it was that kind of like 80s, early 90s kind of corny stuff like, hey Scotty, Jesus, man, you know, like that. More so like that era stuff, like The Pretender, as opposed to, again, something like God's Not Dead, which is just like hateful. Like, I grew up, they would show us stuff that would just be like cheesy. But at the same
time, I think we got the Lord on our side.
Yeah, it would be things like that mixed in with some like TV movies and stuff. Some of them were like, I remember we watched the movie where Anthony Hopkins played the Apostle Paul, and that one was good. But like, I mean, at least compared to something like Second Glance. But no, this this I think would go. It would give you a week's worth of material in class because it's a long movie.
Oh yeah. That whole week, just plan on like.
Oh yeah, teacher can take a break. No, I highly recommend it. I hope it's playing near you and at a decent time. Honestly,
time you can find time to watch it.
Yeah, Sleepless is on more screens than this and at more times. What the fuck? I mean, I haven't seen that movie, but I know it's not doing well. It's a couple weeks old, I think. I don't know why that's on more times than Silence is. Anyway, any final thoughts about it?
Nah. Like I said, it's I'm sure this will be one awards time.
I hope so.
To keep an eye out for, like honestly, like if nothing else, like either like a director nod or like cinematography. Especially like
yeah,
like I could see this being like a very strong contender for that, because
absolutely
it's like I say, it's remarkably filmed. It's one of the most beautiful films I've seen in fucking years, bar none.
It needs to be by far and away needs to be seen on the big screen. And speaking of Sleepless, I probably will be seeing that sometime in the week. I gotta check out The Founder too. That's also out. And
the Ray Kroc movie.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. That's playing right now. I just didn't get a chance to see it over the weekend. And Dave and I think on Tuesday are gonna see The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. That's playing over at Parkway.
I like how this one's like it's a faith-based film, but we at least want to put it in a good theater.
Yeah. Compromise. We'll put a Pureflix trailer in front of it. Sure. See ya.